physique update, workout footage you've never seen before, interesting edits, some scrumptiddlyumptious food, family life, comedy, blue sky, bicycle, the green grass of home. Oh, but bring it back to topic. First of all, a joke. This joke's orientated around sport and I made it up myself. I'm quite proud of this one. Imagine it's the world competition of powerlifting. All the competitors are getting ready. There's this one powerlifter. He sees a doctor walking around with first aid and he's like, Doctor, I can't talk. I feel like I'm losing my voice. I don't want to be ill for my first squat. What do you recommend? The doctor's like, stop chalking then. No! Chalking, talking. He was chalking up for squatting and lifting a weight. Come on guys, give me a break. Hope you're all doing well. I've already put timestamps for this video on the screen. If before watching this video you'd like to see all my lean bulk physique updates beforehand, then go ahead and click on the playlist and there'll be a link to that playlist either top corner of the screen. If you're wondering about how to lose fat, then go ahead and check out my video from last Wednesday about how to calculate your macros and your calories for cutting fat. And if you'd like to hear the first episode of my podcast, The Importance of Goal Setting and Psychological Wellbeing, I chucked that up on my YouTube channel last Friday and I'm going to be doing a podcast on iTunes with that. I've got a special guest next episode. I'm looking forward to talking to him. He's epic and very inspirational. Can't wait. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and I'd like to get people involved as much as possible with my podcasts and my YouTube videos. So if you ever like to feature, then do send me an email, and I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 PM. I'm going to stick to that schedule from the time being. Time for the physique update. Here we go. In this physique update, I'm weighing between 74 and 75 kilograms, I would say. Some days it can be even as high as 76. It really fluctuates, and I guess that depends, as I say in my Facebook posts and social media posts, on the amount of sleep I've been having, the amount of sweat I've been creating when I've been doing my runs and my workouts, how much food I've had, how much fluid I've had, how much I've how much has gone out of my body when I've gone to the toilet. It sounds really silly. So that's why I like to take an approximation throughout the whole week, and I weigh myself from time to time, about 2 to 3 times a week throughout the week. But I'm feeling very strong at this body weight at the moment, and training my abs I've found, which I'll explain a bit more in the next voiceover, I found very beneficial to my weightlifting training and powerlifting training in regards to doing heavy pause squatting. But within this voiceover, I'm going to talk briefly about my weaknesses and strengths with my CrossFit training, and also you guys should be thinking about maybe your weaknesses and strengths. And I'm learning that by doing more of my weaknesses within my workouts, I'll get better at them, and then I see more progress. So you guys should really be utilising that. So with my weaknesses, my flexibility is a weakness, my Olympic lifting is a weakness, and any kind of gymnastic and calisthenics movements are particularly weak for me. So I've been doing more muscle ups within my workouts and been really trying to improve on my mobility. So for the last, say, 5 to 10 minutes of a training session, I like to do tricep stretching with cables and resistance bands I have. And in regards to Olympic lifting, I like to do mobility exercises that will help aid my snatch and clean and jerk. When I eventually go to an Olympic style gym that does specific coaching for Olympic lifting, which is based in Storrington in West Sussex, which I'm hoping to join after my dissertation after university, so I can really commit a lot of time to that, get much better at them, which will help aid my CrossFit training and hopefully help me in the long run to compete in CrossFit at a high level in the future. Spot there.
Is it one of those that hurts?
No, but I think you need to put some more of that blue stuff on, isn't it, that you use?
Blue?
For spots. And what has Chef Mum got in store for us this week? Go.
Tray bake made out of all the stale things in my tins. So that's some Christmas pudding. I think there's some Christmas pudding there.
Mm-hmm.
Some chocolate crunch in there.
Lovely.
Digestive biscuits and shortbread there. 1 or 2 amaretti biscuits.
Ooh, nice. For the Italians.
That's right. Some marshmallows, raisins.
Lovely.
No extra chocolate, just what was in the chocolate crunch and the chocolate truffle Christmas puddings.
Lots of chocolate. Anything else to say?
Oh, and bound together with some margarine and golden syrup and then placed in the fridge overnight. And here's some that I've cut into tiny, sweet-sized portions.
Nice. More like that? You want to finish like that? Okay. Slightly related to the topic earlier of weaknesses, you're seeing some footage here where I'm specifically working on my front squat positioning and my front squat technique in general. So at the moment it's feeling pretty solid. I'm still trying to find the correct position of where to place the bar on my front delts because it doesn't quite feel comfortable yet. My wrist mobility is lacking, so I really need to improve on that. Triceps are very tight. My lats are very tight from doing weighted pull-ups and a lot of skull crushers, which you'll see in just a second, which means I'm getting development with my triceps and lats, but it is kind of preventing my front squat mobility. And you probably would have seen quite noticeably with my front squat that I have a big, large anterior tilt. So I'm really trying to improve on tucking my glutes in, keeping my abs tight and having it a nice, straight, almost like a plank of wood from my head to toe before I initiate a front squat. And I'm really thinking about dropping into the hole with my knees coming forward ever so slightly rather than taking my hips back like you would normally do with a back squat. It's a very different way of thinking with this type of squat, which I'm not used to, which I like at the same time because it's something I've really got to work on. And you actually might have seen with my tricep skull crushers that I dominate a little bit more on one side, and I think that's just where I'm a little bit more dominant. On my right shoulder, when I do pressing movements, I seem to go up more on my left side, that's slightly more than my right side. And just quickly, whilst you're seeing it here, I'm using ankle weights for ab development to improve my toes to bar. So I'm using 0.5 kilogram ankle weights on each foot when I do toes to bar to improve my ab development, and I'll continue keeping those going upwards in weights of 1 kilogram on either side eventually. And you saw me do muscle ups, which I'm seriously trying to improve on to eventually build up to do my first bodyweight muscle up. Dana and I just want to say that we both really hope you enjoyed watching the video. Just remember, Monday videos at 6 PM are videos orientated around my training, and I give you tips about fat loss. I'm documenting my CrossFit journey and weightlifting journey in those videos. Wednesday at 6 PM is a shorter video about fat loss and helping you guys create your own nutrition plan and just diet tips in general. Then Friday at 6 PM is another episode of my podcast. Subscribe to the channel by hitting subscribe, click on the bell, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Have a great week. God bless. Say goodbye.